setback and you a victim, but you're comfy in the system. I'm a hater, you're superior, but you hate me.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. And in this series we're going to be going through Mars in the houses, okay? Mars in the houses, and in this episode we're going to be talking about Mars in the third house, okay? Having Mars in the third house. Now, before we get into Mars in the third house, let's first figure out what Mars and the third house is, starting with Mars, okay? Mars in astrology is the planet of adrenaline, of action, of existence, of instinct, okay? This deals with our physical bodies and our energies and our abilities to become an individual and an existence. Mars is the warrior planet. It deals with anger, temper, adrenaline, sexuality, our sex drive, our motives, how we take action, take forth. This is a very masculine, straightforward planet, okay? And energy in general. Okay, Mars is that warrior. And then you have the third house, okay? The third house deals with the mind, okay? This is how we think, okay? This is how we communicate, okay? This is how we function and approach our world in a systematic and logical way. Okay, this is the third house, okay? That's why the third house deals with our neighborhood and how we communicate and network, because it's how we approach our world in a systematic way, okay? And logic, and that's through using our mind and to communicate, okay? So we connect, all right? So when you have Mars in the third house, the first thing I can say is that Mars in the third house is a very impulsive mind, okay? Very, very, very impulsive mind. I would say people like this do not have a strong filter, okay? When we talk about the filter, and the filter is basically our thought process, okay? The third house, it deals with, you know, how we communicate, but before we communicate, we have to go through a thought process. We use our minds to think first, and then we communicate. So Mars, this fast, fiery planet, when you're putting it in this like location of the mind, it kind of wants to skip through the thinking process, okay, the filter that we like to call it, and go straight to the communication, because Mars is such a it's all about exerting your energy. It's taking forth action. It's becoming existence. So it doesn't want to stay inside in the thought process, okay, in the mind where we communicate. It wants to in the mind where we think, okay? It wants to get out and communicate. So people, again, with Mars in the third house, they have an impulsive mind. They speak, and sometimes they don't do enough thinking. Okay, they speak before they think. With that Mars in the third house, it's like they speak before they think, and they can kind of spill and say anything. And this is that lack of filter, because Mars is rushing, okay? Mars just wants to exert energy. It's impatient, okay? It doesn't want to go through a thought process. And this energy, again, Mars, this energy is more appropriate in the physical body, like the first house. That's why Mars is at home there, because you don't want to think when you move. You just want to move. You want moving to be very automatic and quick. You don't want to have to think so hard to move. But when it comes to the third house is not the physical body. The third house is the mind. So you have to think before you communicate, before you express, okay? You have to do that, and Mars doesn't want to do that. That's why it's a little bit messy here in the third house, because it's kind of skipping and the thinking process, the filter, okay? And Mars in third house people, you guys got to be careful, because you guys can just spill in the mouth and not really think and say things that are inappropriate or just incorrect because you didn't take the time to think, because Mars is just boom, 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 boom. Also, with Mars in the third house, thoughts turn into fast actions, okay? So yes, these people can definitely skip the thinking part a lot, but when they do decide to think, they can take really fast actions on their thoughts, okay? So yes, when they do decide to, take the time to think, again, they'll rush into the action of it, which is great because, thoughts are supposed to influence our actions. That's very important. And if we can take action on what we think, that's really good. That's like motivation. Like that's like coming up with an idea and then taking action on it. That's great. So the motivation through the thought processes are really great here, because you can really, when you decide to, because again, with Mars, it's a big rush here, but when, you have your thoughts, or when you just have your thoughts, you have the ability to take physical action on them, which is really good, okay? Because that's a mind that can motivate and influence, physical action, and get things done, basically. So that's a good thing. Also, with Mars in the third house, these people could be very argumentative, very fiery, okay? With Mars in the third house, these people can really be bold with the mouth, okay? It could be either they like to cuss a lot, okay? Use strong, cussing type of words, very combative words to kind of hit you, okay? They can really do that. Or again, they can really like hit you hard with their words and use them in a way to attack you, because Mars is an attacking energy. It goes forth. It's the ram. Okay, remember when I said wherever Mars is in your houses, it's going to represent where fighting is taking place. So these people can be fighters with the mind and the mouth, like speaking words that just really go ham. Like they really can. They can cuss a lot. Like they can be vulgar. So very argumentative. So you got to be careful with Mars in the third house, because, these people are not going to back down on an argument. When you have Mars in the third house, you are not going to back down in an argument. Absolutely not. You're definitely going to fight with it. And they could get nasty because, like I said, Mars is very vulgar. It's like the warrior. It's direct. Mars in the third house can be very, like, bold, cursing type of language. Like, just straight up. So, be careful. And be careful, Mars in the third house, to not be so offensive with the mouth as well, too. Because you could get really, fiery with that. Also, with Mars in the third house, Mars dealing with sexual energy, and the third house dealing with your mind and your mentality and your communication, your thoughts. There could be lots of, sexual, thoughts in general. And people always say, humans have sexual thoughts in general. But this can be very initiated with Mars in the third house. Again, with the vulgar speaking, it's not just with cussing and, competitive, kind of fighting, attacking language, but it's also sexual language as well, too, as well as sexual thoughts. So these people could be, again, a little bit, vulgar with the mouth, even, with, the sex talking as well, too. A little perversive, because with Mars is very blunt, and that comes with all of it. So again, Mars and third house people, just, sometimes it's funny. And, you guys, Mars and third house, you guys are the people with the blunt speaking who say it like it is. And that's needed a lot of times, which is good, because Mars and third house people are very direct. But there's a time and place for everything, okay? So, with the perversive thoughts and communicating, please calm down, Mars and third house people. There's a time for everything. But, with that being said, with the inappropriate talking, the blunt and the direct speaking, the ability to speak directly and bluntly and hit the target and the point is very strong here with Mars in third house. So you need these type of people, who's just going to be able to say it how it is, but there's a time and place for it, okay? All the time with everything. So yeah, that's Mars in the third house, okay? That is a very fiery mouth and mind, these people. I would just say take some time, think before you speak. you know, because your fiery energy is needed, but it can get you in trouble. Your mouth can get you in trouble sometimes, and you can really go ham when it's not needed. Okay, so just, you know, think a little bit more. You know, take a little time before, you know, you go out. You know, there's a time and place for everything, but you probably don't want to hear that if you have Mars in your third house. So yes, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and be back for some more. And if you did enjoy this, book a reading with me. I do natal chart birth readings. All you gotta do is email me and we can go forward with that. Also, check out my music on Spotify, Apple, and here on YouTube. I'll have all the links in the description box below, and I'll check you guys out on the next video.